Welcome to The Pew.
The Pew.
The show that you have to watch every day because it's so fabulous. And
Or is it?
it is. There's no question about that. It's not, no ambiguity there. What are we talking about?
We're talking ambiguously gay men.
Oh, there is no such thing. Oh, yeah, there is.
Yeah, there is. Well,
Yeah.
there are whole websites devoted to helping women determine whether their ambiguously gay husbands or boyfriends are actually gay or not. So on allwomenstalk.com, there were top 10 hints.
Oh, yeah.
That would
I love these hints.
help you determine if your boyfriend, baby daddy, or husband is gay. I like number 2.
Gay men often idolize people who have elaborate, over-the-top lifestyles. I've never met a man who hasn't loved Cher, Whitney Houston, and Paul O'Grady. Now,
Who's Paul O'Grady?
Yeah, who's Paul O'Grady? If your man loves divas or watching famous out men such as Graham Norton, he might be gay. Well, he might be. He also might be straight. That's sort of like when you go to somebody, like Stephen Hawking. He says there's a 50-50 chance of the human race annihilating itself. Well, yes, it doesn't take a brain scientist to figure that out. But
And Cher used to have TV shows, and I don't think that most of the men watching the
No,
Cher
it was
show
a very mainstream
were gay.
show.
Yeah, it was totally mainstream. There was nothing gay about it, really. I mean,
No.
other than Bob Mackie, doing her dresses.
But I mean, everybody's design. Every designer. I mean,
Yeah, they're all gay.
yeah,
so
they're all gay.
No revelation there.
No.
So thank all women.
It's kind of funny, but I mean, it's kind of makes her just look kind of
It's
stupid.
an insulting stereotype.
Yeah, it's kind of stupid. It's more insulting, I think, to women that they're so stupid that they have to go to someplace like that.
Right.
But
It is insulting.
but we have to find out who what's his name? Paul O'Grady is. We have to find out who that man is.
We'll Google that later.
Yeah. Okay. But first, something much more important. Ernie pointed out yesterday the RuPaul scandal, which is very upsetting. It's very upsetting to me to see,
I don't know why you would be upset by that. We're talking about the scandal in which RuPaul allegedly is fixing Drag Race, which of course I never thought was really a real competition anyway. It seemed fixed from the beginning. I mean, and she always says the decision is mine to make, which is her code word for I'm fixing this shit.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's upsetting. It's upsetting to me the way it would be upsetting for any parent of the child that they've reared and brought into this life and paid to move to New York and bought a plane ticket for and supported and given jobs to and helped create. And then they go off and do something like this.
Well, that's not Ru's version of events.
I know. She's an ungrateful child. But it's very upsetting for a parent to see.
Are you saying you're older than RuPaul?
No, she's adopted.
You adopted her before you were born.
Before I was born, yeah. That was my contribution to society.
Then that's miraculous.
Yes, like Jesus. And we'll be right back.
Amen.
And now a word from our sponsor. Welcome back to the Pew.
Welcome back to the Pew. And, I think we should actually discuss this a little bit because, do you really think that they're sitting around a table and saying, actually, that's what they're supposed to do.
They are sitting around a table. The producers are sitting around a table at the Drag Race saying, this is the person we want to win.
So I don't understand really how that's fixing it because the people who are supposed to make that decision are making that decision. So So what are they saying?
It's just like when you used to have the King and Queen of Manhattan
exactly like that.
competition where you knew in advance who
No,
was going to
no, no,
win.
no, no, no,
and
no.
You
No,
picked it, and no matter how many votes the other person got.
That is not true.
It is true, because even when Goldilocks got more votes than anybody else,
Goldilocks lost
him the
because he was disqualified for giving the judges fake ecstasy.
He still got more votes.
He gave the judges fake ecstasy as a bribe. And when the judges pointed out that the drugs were fake, they disqualified him.
Now, did they point them out right away, or they took them first and then like a half hour later?
It took 2 or 3 minutes. But when the next contestant had come out, the judges gave Lady Bunny was the MC, they gave Lady Bunny the word that these drugs that Goldilocks gave us to bribe us are fake. And he was disqualified. And
and knowing Michael's panel of judges, they know real from fake when it comes to drugs.
It was Larissa and Parker Posey and Billy Beyond, and I guess if you are saying that Parker Posey is a drug addict, then I'm not saying that, but if that's what you're saying. So yeah, I don't see how that's fixing something. You're deciding who the winner is, and you're supposed to decide who the winner is. There's a
just
way,
as RuPaul is deciding.
Yeah, so I don't think that is fixing. There's a way of, you can say, manipulating a situation for the better of everyone, and so when she didn't, I'm sure, going into the show, she doesn't say, well, that one's going to win because I like. But during the show, you get a feel of who should win, and so she probably says, finagles it so that person wins. That's not really fixing it. That's sort of, she's the one making the decision, so she finagles it so that person wins. Is that fixing?
The decision is hers to make.
Yeah, so is that fixing?
Not in my book.
In fact, as far as I know, RuPaul is not fixed. So what's next? Yeah, I should have.
Bitches want to know. Gemma Smith wants to know about your art. All your art looked crazy good.
Oh,
she's
crazy.
referring to the footage that we showed of the Select Art Fair. She wants to know what medium you use.
I don't like that word medium. It's so mediocre. I either want to be an extra large or an extra small. One extreme or the other. That being said, I paint with acrylics, and I would like to learn how to use oils. I started to learn how to use oils just before I left Peru. I had a neighbor who was teaching me how to use oils, and I want to get into that because you can really get into the details in the blending with the oils that you can't do with acrylics. So that's my next step.
All right, see you next time.
Bye.